This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. With the holidays in full swing, it's easy to indulge and forget about watching what you eat. But it doesn't have to be that way. And if you take the proper steps, you can also keep the weight off. Good Morning Heartland is on the go. Samantha's live with some tips.
Coming to you live. This is Good Morning Heartland on the go.
Thanks, Ella, and good morning, Heartland. I'm at the Kirksville Hy-Vee with dietitian Andrea Graham, and we're talking about New Year's resolutions being right around the corner and what you're planning as yours. Last year, one of the most popular New Year's resolutions, the goal was to eat better, to exercise, and to lose some weight. So Andrea is here to talk to us about a few ways that we can go about doing so and enjoying our meals a little bit as well. If you want to start early, Christmas is right around the corner, and how we can do so. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, thanks.
Now, you were telling me earlier, there's a My Plate, and when people come to the store, they talk to you all the time. This is what I want to do. This is my goal. How do I accomplish it? Because what I'm doing isn't working. So what do you advise them to do?
Start at the basics. I mean, really, this plate right here, the My Plate, I use it a lot for kids, but it can also be applied to adults as well. So this plate is really fantastic because it breaks down all the food groups on an actual plate, so it's a great visual. And you can see that one side of the plate is completely fruits and vegetables, and that's the non-starchy vegetables, so not the potatoes and corn, peas, and those beans, but the broccoli, the cauliflower, those really healthy vegetables, and then also your fruit. And on the other side, we have our whole grain section, and we have our protein section. So that would be like our lean meats, so fish and chicken, turkey, those types of things. And also we have a dairy section up here at the top. So this would be, milk, obviously, but also like cottage cheese, any type of dairy at all can fit into that. And it doesn't have to be something that you just drink, but can be included in the meal as well. So going back to the basics is really important.
Yeah, and I think I miss out on the dairy. That's a common one I could see for people. But having it broken down here, I didn't realize vegetables and fruits were as important. I mean, we all grow up and, that's the number one thing. But I didn't realize after looking at it and how it compares to the rest. But now when people come in here, how can you advise them as far as texture and adding color and different things to your food group along with this to make sure that they hit all their food groups?
Right, so whenever you're making your meal, you want it to be colorful, you want it to catch your eye, be appealing to eat. So half of your meal can be a salad, and you can toss some walnuts or something on there to give it a little crunch, some cheese, and maybe even some fruit onto your salad just to add a little pop of color.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for breaking this down for us. When we come back, we're going to talk about portion control and how you can go about eating a little bit less, but still eating those good foods that you really want to enjoy. But for now, Samantha Croy, KTVO News.
And speaking of holidays, it can get the best of you when it comes to your waistline, but you can still enjoy all those treats if you do it the right way. Good Morning Heartland is on the go. Samantha's live with some tips to keep in mind.
Coming to you live. This is Good Morning Heartland on the go.
Thanks, Ella. If you're just joining us, I'm at the Kirksville Hy-Vee with dietitian Andrea Graham, and we're talking about meal planning and portion control with the holidays right around the corner, and with New Year's resolutions, people can start gearing up. So, I heard grab a salad plate instead of the big plate and stuff it full. So what is another thing that you would tell people to try doing before they fill their plate?
Well, there's a couple of things. One, I really encourage everyone to look over all of their options, especially whenever you're having a big meal at the holidays. There's always going to be a lot of things to choose from, so if you look and see everything that you have to choose from and pick just those favorite items that maybe you only get at the holiday time to put on your plate, then maybe you won't choose so many of the normal things that you can have every day. And also, measuring cups are a great way to make sure that you're only getting the proper serving size. Whenever you're having a big meal, you can just stick this in there instead of an actual serving spoon and scoop it out. That way you make sure you get your half cup or fourth of a cup serving rather than, 2 or 3 big spoonfuls. So that's really a helpful thing.
Now, my advice to everyone out there, for those at KTVO, if you saw my plate during the Christmas holiday party on Friday, that's what not to do, because I am guilty of this. So you also said that you can use these measuring cups for snacks. So everyday popcorn, chips, when you're doing that, even for little kids to start them out with portions.
Right, so grab some little Ziploc baggies or Tupperware containers, and as soon as you open a bag of chips or pretzels, popcorn, whatever it might be, go ahead and put the serving size into the container so that it's easy to just grab for and you're not tempted to just eat from the bag.
And now we all have a lot of leftovers after the holidays and big meals and dinners, of course. So what is something that people can do as far as maybe incorporating it into another meal that you plan to make down in the week or the weekend, something like that, and planning for that, or planning to take it to work by putting it in Tupperware containers?
Right, and you just said it, Tupperware containers again, or Ziploc baggies. Go ahead and pre-portion out what you might bring for a lunch. So if you wanted to transform it and put like some of the ham or turkey onto a salad, that's great. So go ahead and put it in a baggie. Or you can even freeze it for later. So go ahead and portion it out for you or your family, however much you might need, and put it in the freezer and eat it in a couple of weeks, and it'll be like Christmas again.
It'll be something new.
Right.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning. We're going to put all these great tips on our website, heartlandconnection.com. I'll link up Andrea's information. If you have any questions, feel free to contact her. But for now, Ella will go ahead and send it back to you.